I think this may be the most like tired we've been doing a last call, just because we just sat around for the past hour listening to Ben talk.
Be careful. We got a quiz coming up on everything we heard. So
Oh man,
it's not
I heard
multiple
so
choice
much.
either.
No, it's probably for the best. I've been pretty hungover all day, and so this is good.
Sounds like you had a good night last night.
Yeah, we had a work thing up at the Battery, and it was pretty cool. For dinner, they actually set up tables on the field for us, and we did like a buffet on at Truist Park on the field.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Right. In the dirt by the dugouts, they wouldn't. They were like,
Get on the
"Do
grass."
not touch the grass. Do not touch the grass." They like freaked out at first. Like nobody did, but they definitely were like, "Don't."
I did a tour at Turner before the Braves moved out of there and everything, and they let us walk through the dugouts and like onto the actual field. But it was like that line right there goes from dirt to grass. Like they were like, no, you cannot touch any grass. There'll be no touching of grass. Don't lean down. Don't touch it with your hand. Don't put your foot on it. You cannot touch the grass.
Don't pet the grass. Yeah.
Don't pet the grass.
That grass is important. Somehow they can run on it, but we can't touch it with our hands.
No. Oh. They know where your hands have been, Ryan.
It's perfect. No worse than any baseball players.
That's true.
All right. Yeah, probably not. All right. So now we can actually. So the few things we have to talk about tonight, we actually can say it unfiltered because it's fucking last call, right?
Yeah. Nice.
So, all right. The first thing, talking about the shitty ass conference we're in, there was an article by Carter Bonds probably on 20. Oh, and Tim's
bye,
gone.
Tim.
But no, he ranked. He gave his conference power rankings going into the season, and Sunbelt is a Power 5 conference.
Nice.
We are in the top five. We're fifth place.
I believe they did call they call it the P4 now, though. So
well, really, it's like P2, and I've actually seen some people. I don't know if it's actually like analysts or columnists or whatever, but they're actually kind of referring to it as the P2, and then like the group of 3 or something like that, and they have like their mid majors. There's like a mid major ranking there, so they're kind of breaking it into 3.
I'm not ready for this.
No.
I hate mid majors.
Yeah, well, I think that's what they're called. I think they are calling it mid majors.
Cool.
But yeah, those right there in the middle, which sometimes Sunbelt's included into, sometimes Sunbelt's not included. But according to Carter Bonds, Sunbelt is the 5th most powerful conference in college football.
I think it makes sense. I think we knew that football was getting further ahead of everyone else because AAC was the one to beat, and I'm pretty sure. Like as a conference, we are better, generally speaking. Like,
well, you would before the realignment, before the American teams left for the Big 12, then American was widely considered to be the best Group of 5 conference, and then Sunbelt felt like that they were better than Conference USA by a mile. And then Mountain West was definitely a quality conference. And the MAC, I think the MAC is just kind of like that adopted kid in college football. It's like no one really thinks about them. They're just kind of, we're going to let Tim back in. Oh, we both did. All right, you can do it. Let Tim back in there. But
catch me back up. Wait, what are you talking about? You said you saw an article.
Yeah, oh
my God, is that when you got cut off?
Yes.
No.
We're just talking about Sunbelt being the 5th best conference. But
we're the P5. We made it. We're done.
Well, there is no P5.
I know it's P4.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, but what I
said there was a P4. David said there's really a P2, and then
there's a mid-major
we're the mid majors, which is bullshit. That's stupid. Because we're gonna be like the number 1 mid major. Yay! Cool.
What I was trying to say was we already considered Sunbelt to be better than Conference USA prior to the American moves. So now when American lost their 3 big teams and replaced it with majority Conference USA teams, it just stands to reason that Sunbelt fans would consider, or those that look at it would still consider better than both American and Conference USA, because American has got what, 6 teams from Conference USA. So
it's just perception, right? Like,
yeah,
people haven't had time to adjust to what the fuck happened, who left, who's new, what's going on. Like, I think this year and maybe next year it'll start settling in a little bit more. And then maybe, just maybe, when contract negotiations come up, we'll get a couple more dollars than we currently get, or we won't be in the conference. Who knows?
hopefully we're not in the conference. I still want to be in the American.
Well, and it's the right place for money. I know that
Yeah.
you have other reasons, but like that, as far
The
as
money
the
is
TV
there.
contract goes, like that's
Right.
where the money is for, as far as landing spots for us, like places that we could probably go to reasonably. That's the spot.
Yeah, and I think that's where Delga McGee sees that in the short term, that's where Georgia State should be setting their eyes.
Yeah.
To focus on is getting into the American.
I do still think if we have a great season, I think great football is not actually the highest thing on the list as far as requirements to get moved up, but it's exciting, so like if we have a really good season, if we have like a big blip, I think it does put us like in the conversation more, and then we have all the other reasons that you might take us, and
Right.
so like we could have like wild card, ACC, whatever, like somebody. If
Well,
something
we
crazy
turned down an offer.
happens,
We
What?
turned down. We already know they wanted us.
Yeah.
We already know
Right.
they
Well,
wanted us. So,
I said ACC, but
ACC. The only thing with the ACC, and there's people that say that agree with me, and there's gonna be those that say that this is a dumb argument. I just don't see the ACC taking Georgia State while Georgia Tech is in the ACC. If
Yeah, I don't
Tech
know. I don't-
goes. If Tech
just don't know how much
goes
that
to Big 12,
matters.
like's been rumored before, then I could see that happening. I just,
Yeah.
you talk about not wanting to have more than one school in a state. This is talking about more than one school in like a city block. It's I just don't think that, and I can't imagine Tech wanting or approving of
Oh,
Georgia State coming into the
vote
ACC
no
either,
all day.
especially when we kick
I
their
don't know
ass on
why.
August
I don't know
31st.
why.
Well,
mean,
because
they have to co-
they
they'll
want
have to
to be
compete
the
with
number
us
2
anyway.
school in this program. What's
Well,
that?
I mean, they're already going to be that eventually. So, like,
We hope
Yeah,
so.
they want to be the number 2 school in the state. They don't want to have any competition there.
well, then they should
And-
get better at football and not try to keep us from getting better at football. They should just get better.
They're
Dude,
trying really, really
you know
hard.
the politics better than anybody. It's like,
I know.
I don't have to be good if I just keep you down. So
Yeah.
if I keep you
Yeah, I
beneath
know.
me, it doesn't matter how good I am.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah. But
We'll
no,
overtake them
as
anyway.
much as
We don't need to be in the ACC
much
to
as I-
overtake them.
It's true.
I let's get in the Big 12. Let's go Big 12. Let's let them stay in the ACC and let's go Big 12.
Yeah, all right. I'm in.
I would take
That'd
that.
be fun. Yeah.
I'd rather be in the
So-
Big 12 than the ACC. Easily.
Especially after the ACC does what it's about to do,
Implode.
Yeah, I mean, all the very good schools are gonna like roll out.
Transform and roll out.
Roll
Sounds like,
Optimus Prime.
sounds like that thing David and I were talking about, ad nauseum is going to happen.
Don't bring it up. Ryan doesn't want to agree with us.
I know, but he's slowly agreeing and he doesn't maybe know it.
Doesn't realize he's agreeing with us.
Thank
No,
you.
that's actually on the table and has been discussed ad nauseum. Like those schools have already been like, we're leaving you.
Yeah, well,
We're just
talking
trying to
about
sue the shit
yeah.
out of you first to make sure it doesn't cost a lot.
Yeah,
We
the
don't like
cost to
you
get out of there is
anymore.
fucking ridiculous. Like it's like hundreds of millions of dollars. And like
but they all
foregoing-
signed it knowing
TV
full well
rights.
that like 2 years down
Yeah,
the
but I
line
think
they
that-
were going to make this decision.
Yeah, but I think the big issue, the one that they're trying to play, is that it was renewed. Like it had reached its like expiration date, and the conference renewed it without having a vote on it or something like that. It just kind of
Can't do
like
that.
we extended it or it's something along. I get really bored reading those articles, but it's something along those lines. I know I'm missing a huge point to it,
Mhm.
because if it was that simple, they would have already been out of it. But it's something along those lines. It was kind of like just extended without any consensus vote or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Anyways, for now we're in the best conference that's
We are. I think
whatever.
I think you're going to see a bunching together of like TV revenue money eventually when everything settles down. I think you'll see all the G5 conferences get close to each other in TV revenue. I think the AAC comes down in money. We'll go up. Who knows? We might be higher the Sun Belt over the AAC, but I think you're going to see it all bunched together because like
Yeah.
the quality is just not there left. I mean,
It's all
there's
just come
still
down to ratings.
quality.
It's all eyeballs. It's all
Yeah.
eyeballs. It doesn't matter how good the football is. It matters how many people are watching it. That's what ESPN's paying for.
Yeah.
So the programs have to reach out beyond the borders of Lafayette, Louisiana, and Monroe, Louisiana, and Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and Huntington, West Virginia. They've got to get eyeballs from outside. I mean, Conway, South Carolina. I'm actually learning these. I still can't tell you where old ODU or Jimmy Madison are. But,
Norfolk.
One's Norfolk. One's
You just said it, didn't you?
Harrisonburg.
Harrisonburg. Yeah.
Harrisonburg. That's Jimmy Madison.
Harrisonburg is close enough.
Harrisburg.
One of those is the capital of Pennsylvania.
I think it's
And
Harrisonburg.
one of them is a city in Virginia.
Harrisonburg.
I think Harrisburg is the capital of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. All right. So there's that.
I get Columbus
NCAA
and Columbia mixed up all the time too.
That one doesn't bother me. I get that
I
one.
just don't know where the hell each one is. I mean, there's one in Ohio, one in California, one in South Carolina,
There
one
probably
in
is one in California.
Georgia. I know Columbia. Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, there's probably a Columbus in probably every state.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe not. Maybe not
Was he
Hawaii.
was that like an important person or something?
I don't
I think
know.
he owned. We're not getting into that. He was never. He was never on this continent. I'll tell you that much.
It's true.
There was nobody of infamy that had been on this continent. So, well, mainland continent.
What?
So. All right. Moving on from there. There's NCAA voting on football teams having unlimited number of coaches this week.
Is it unlimited or unlimited?
Limited, unlimited. There's some people online that really have strong feelings about this. Like that's the most dumb thing or horrible thing that could ever happen to college football. And I just don't fucking care.
That is one of the things people complain about. Nothing else that's going on with college football being dismantled as we watch it.
I think they're
Well, this
worried
is
that
just
like the Bamas of the world are going to do it, and I think they don't understand that there's diminishing returns. Like you can't just like hire a coach to sit in every seat at the stadium and like all of a sudden you're the best team ever in the whole wide world because like you've got all these coaches on the field. Like that's stupid. That's
Coach for
dumb.
every player.
It's dumb.
Well,
Like
some
that's
people,
not,
are,
that's not
some people are making
good.
comments about like, recruiting players and their dad becomes an assistant coach if the player comes to the team or they can pay him a salary or some crap like that. But you've got the NIL, you've got all that crap. Like it doesn't really matter anymore.
You can already pay the player unlimited
There's
money.
talk of, like,
So why would you do that?
The head coach putting his entire family on payroll as coaches or whatever. And I'm like, they could have another job within the school. If that's what they were going to do, I just don't see anything. I don't see the only issue I could see anybody having with it is they tie up quality coaches and the Bamas are paying them more and the smaller programs can't afford to hire them on as a coordinator, as a coach themselves. And I'm like, all right, well,
they could already do
Okay.
that too. They
don't
could
care.
already. I mean, they already do hire them as the whatever analysts and stuff like that. Like Will Muschamp is an analyst, I think.
We have analysts now. Coach McGee's got some analysts on staff now too. So it's
I'm
just
saying,
they can't be on the
that
field.
already happens too. So
Yeah.
like what are you terrified of? Like it's fine. It's dumb that like you can hire somebody to coach kids out of the game and then in the game be like you're not allowed on the field. Like what? Why? That's dumb.
This seems like the least. I mean, honestly, this seems like the least impactful thing of anything that's going on.
I haven't figured it out why it's
Who cares?
big of a deal. But
There we go. That's the
I don't-
answer.
Not me.
Yep.
Not this guy.
Seems like we all agree. This
All right,
is
the only-
like do it. It's fine. Who cares? Move on.
Yeah,
No
like when it
discernible
actually
change to the game.
When it actually happens and something goes against Georgia State's way, we'll be like, "This is a horrible idea. Who would ever
This was
allow this?"
Stupid.
Except the sidelines are
Yeah.
more crowded. That's it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now they have all these coaches, and it's just like your entire sideline is just like a Foo Fighters concert. Everyone is like backed up, shoulder to shoulder, and shit.
We know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Another vote that's happening this week is looking at college basketball allowing actual scrimmages, exhibition games that happen before. Like, right now, they have like
Don't they do that
non-D1
closed door thing?
Yeah, they have the closed door scrimmages, and they have like the non-D1 exhibition games. But now they're voting to allow up to 2 legit exhibition games that could be, attended, scheduled, TV, all that kind of crap.
Is this just a way to make money? I feel like it is.
It's got to be.
All of it
It's
is.
got to be.
It's got to be
It's
a way to
gotta
make
be.
more money. Like, oh, look at this sexy exhibition game. It doesn't count.
I did think this is maybe the only way we could actually get Georgia and Georgia Tech on a regular rotation if we had
An exhibition
game every
tournament.
season.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, the only way it makes money for them is if it's something that like we want to go watch and spend money on. So,
Yeah, but
so we're adding
I would-
value.
I would still go like if they're gonna have like where we play, Georgia or Georgia Tech or both every season, and it alternates home and away as an exhibition games or something. Yeah, that's a game. Especially if it's at the box, I'm going. But I'd go to Athens. I'd go to
Yeah, but that's
McCamish.
still like, I mean, like it's like the NFL, right? Like exhibition games are where you go to see like
Oh, fucking
the
sucks.
players that like don't necessarily, they're not going to play all the time. You figure
the
out like
worst.
who's there and like what do you have as a team? Like if your quarterback goes down, what's this team going to do? Who's the one type of thing?
Yeah, but I think this type of a setup, like if we are talking about Georgia State playing Georgia or Georgia Tech in an exhibition game, that's a lot different than the Falcons playing Jacksonville in a preseason game where it's all scripted and everything. I think that the fans actually do get a little pumped up because it's a game that doesn't matter. You're going to play Jacksonville every 4-6 years, whatever the schedule thing comes out.
They
gonna
have
happen.
no incentive to take it seriously though, because basically if they lose and they tried, then they get made fun of. But if they lose and they didn't try, they're gonna be like, oh well, it was an exhibition game.
That's what happened when
We were just trying shit out.
What's the exhibition game we had with Tech and the raising the money for COVID or whatever the bullshit, with Hurricane, whatever the thing was, and we showed up as fans like, let's kick their ass, and Tech supposedly, oh yeah, we were trying some new things out, and we sat a couple of starters or whatever. But you know what? When we left that game, I was excited as hell after
You're like, we
beating
won
them.
that game. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Was that the night we went to Cheetah?
No, it was not.
That was a different night.
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's where I got COVID. I got COVID.
We got
at the
the
Georgia
COVID
Tech
at
game.
the Cheetah.
that's true.
I got COVID at Georgia Tech game.
Yeah, probably in the Cheetah.
Well, no, I didn't get COVID after Cheetah. I don't think. I caught something else at the Cheetah.
No, I think we figured
Don't tell
out
my
that
wife.
we
No.
Wait. So
we
go
got
back
it
to the
at the
game.
bar before.
Go back. Yeah, that's probably true. So you go back to that game, the 2020 game where no one was there, and it's a quadruple overtime. You're saying that they weren't trying?
Oh no, that was a game game. That was a real game.
Oh, okay.
That was an
You're talking about
exhibition. And we lost him again. He's having some serious internet issues tonight.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I was talking about the exhibition
back?
game.
Yeah,
you're
you're
back.
back.
You're back.
Okay.
I was the exhibition game. It was like raising money for a hurricane or COVID, or it was a fundraiser thing that we got to go to.
Okay. I think it was
At
2019, maybe.
Was it 2019? I thought it was
2020 game was epic. The quadruple overtime.
Oh, that game was fantastic. Well, the fact that we won, but it was a good game. Oh, I really wanted to win two out of those 3 games. I wanted one of them to be the game at the box that first year.
That first
so
box.
bad.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Jonas Hayes.
For nothing.
God damn it, son of a bitch. But I think it'd be kind of cool to have those. You could definitely see there being some moneymakers, some exhibition type stuff. I think it'd be cool for us.
Why
for
not
us.
do it? Like you try it out, and if it sucks, then we just stop watching. And if it's cool, then we've got more basketball.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
No difference. I mean, well,
And
no
it- and
difference
it's
if it sucks because we already don't have them.
Right. Right. And maybe that means we don't play Carver Bible at the beginning of the season or something like that. Maybe. Or Toccoa Falls.
Tacoma Falls is my favorite.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I had no clue they were actually in Georgia until we took the trip to Boone and we just passed the sign for Toccoa Falls.
Like, oh, that's who we play.
Well,
Right.
actually, those are actually games, aren't they?
Yes, those are real.
God, it's so horrible.
I know.
So bad. All right. That's all I
Is
had.
that it?
Good game.
That's all it. But no, it's a good time with Ben though.
Just
That was fun.
exhibition.
I thought we were gonna talk more recruit. Like I don't know. I thought we were gonna talk more like actual players. Like he's gonna be like, this dude's got to do this and that, and this guy's gonna be that and that.
Let's
and,
break down the offensive line, starting
Yeah.
at
Yeah, shoot. And I meant to ask him about that that close rate on kids who are visiting. You know, it's like it was like 12 or 14 or whatever.
It's pretty good
Well,
close
he-
rate right there.
But he made a comment. I think there's kids that have committed to the program that have not gone public with their commit yet. They want to. They're saving their fanfare or whatever. So even though we've got whatever he said, 10 that have committed, there's actually like 3 or 4 more. I think he's what he said. So they're just waiting for their I guess their hat moment. Where is it? They
I think it's impressive that he's convincing kids to come here without NIL money backing it up. Like, what secret fucking sauce is that?
So I will say, when I went to that Coca-Cola spring tour thing, one thing that McGee really harped on that kind of Ben touched on tonight was selling Atlanta as a reason why to come here, and getting the guys to recognize that they can build like professional relationships with a lot of high stakeholders in big Fortune 50, Fortune 100 companies that are in Atlanta. And that after they graduate and they get their education, they have connections that could get them into high paying jobs and leverage that college football career into something that can, pay dividends once they're no longer playing the game. So
Plus, plus unlimited access into Magic City.
in Magic City. Hey,
Oh, nice.
I mean, maybe he does have connections to like people and getting kids into clubs and stuff like that. It's not NIL money, but it's a perk, right?
Well, he also said at the introductory presser when he was named the head coach that there are a lot of Georgia fans, a lot of Georgia donor fans out there that are fans of Del McGee. And
donate to us.
They will. He's going to be hitting them up and be like, hey, I know you're giving $1 million a year to Georgia. I mean, this is my words, not his. But throw a few
couple thou,
throw a few bucks our way as well, because $100,000 at Georgia State probably goes just as far as $1 million does at Georgia.
Exactly.
So,
right.
But cool. Are we done?
Yeah, let's move on
right.
to wrap it up.
After party?
Yeah, after party.
Thanks, probably, for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
I can't find the end button. There we go.
Boop, boop, boop.